Hello, welcome back all of you. Today I welcome you all in question number 9 of our electrochemistry series of crash course JEE Mains 2026 and NEET. Let's see today's question what they are going to ask. They are talking about following figures show dependence of what? Molar conductance of two electrolyte. Means two electrolyte has been given, one is A electrolyte and one is B electrolyte. And they are also giving lambda m naught is a representation of what? Limiting molar conductivity. Then they are giving A option B, C, D, and they are asking at last how many are incorrect state. So today this particular question is important for mains, NEET, and it's also very important for board exam also. So today we will see whole explanation of this topic. So let's first try to understand what do you mean by this term that is mentioned limiting molar conductivity. So before that a question arises, what do you mean by molar conductivity? See, molar conductivity means what? Suppose one container is there and in that 1 mole solution is there or 1 mole electrolyte. So that conductivity is known as what? Molar conductivity. So from molar conductivity only one concept came into existence, that is known as kya? Limiting molar conductivity. So if we talk about the definition, molar conductivity at kya? Infinite dilution. अब हमें समझना पड़ेगा कि what do you mean by infinite dilution? Infinite dilution means infinite amount of water. Amount of water, how much you are going to add? Infinite. Means a solution is there in that you are going to add infinite water, then what you are going to observe? At that time whatever will be the conductance, that will be known as क्या? Limiting molar conductivity. तो limiting का मतलब किससे है? Amount of water कितना हो जाए? Infinity. अब there is a one term which you need to understand very properly to understand this graph. If you see this graph, they have been plotted between what? Molar conductivity and root C. So they have plotted the graph between molar conductivity and concentration. So we need to know the relation between concentration and dilution. So I am just writing one thing. Suppose I am saying dilution is taking place. What? Dilution. Suppose I am saying dilution is increasing, means क्या? In your beaker you are going to increase a large amount of water. खुद ही सोचो आप, अगर आप उसके अंदर वाटर का अमाउंट बढ़ाते जा रहे हो, सपोज आपने एक ग्लास वाटर लिया है, उसके अंदर 1 स्पून सॉल्ट था और पहले वाटर का अमाउंट था 500 मिलीलीटर, तब आपने उसको टेस्ट किया तो आपने कहा कि थोड़ा बिटर लग रहा है. नाउ यू आर गोइंग टू ऐड मोर अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर, तो क्या होगा? बिटरनेस कम होगा या ज़्यादा? बिटरनेस कम होगा. तो इसका मतलब हो क्या रहा है? जो पहले कॉन्सेंट्रेशन था और बाद का कॉन्सेंट्रेशन क्या होगा? कम हो जाएगा. तो अगर वाटर आप बढ़ा रहे हो, इफ यू आर गोइंग टू इंक्रीज द वाटर, व्हाट आई कैन से कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इज गोइंग टू decrease. So what is the relation between dilution and concentration? Inversely proportional. This is the most important, generally student used to confuse, so be aware this. Now this question is very easy. Now we see it has been mentioned mathematically relationship between molar conductivity and limiting molar conductivity for kiss electrolyte. I can write lambda m, this came after derivation, that is not a part of our syllabus. Lambda m is equal to lambda m naught minus b root c. So where c is what? Where c is concentration. Lambda m naught is limiting molar conductivity and lambda m is what? Molar conductivity. So as the question has been asked related to graph, so let's try to understand. Already in math we know y is equal to mx plus c. So this is what? Y axis. Root c, already you have seen in graph what they have put? Root c. That's why root c will come on x axis. और root c के आगे क्या लिखा है? माइनस b. तो वो माइनस b क्या हो जाएगा? Slope. So what I can write? Slope will be equal to minus b, and this will be what? Intercept. So c is intercept, that is equal to lambda m naught. B you don't have to worry that much. B is a constant which will depend upon the which type of solvent you are taking and at what temperature you are doing this electrolysis. So now we can see on x axis what? Root c, and on y axis what? Lambda. That has been drawn on the basis of our this equation. So now let's try to plot the graph. So if I want to plot the graph, so you can check it. What is the slope? Just check the slope. Slope is what? Minus b. If slope is minus b, so my graph will be what? The moment slope is negative, I can draw the graph like this, right? I have drawn like this. Now what I can do, one thing which you need to understand, you check it. If I want to extrapolate this graph, तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? ऐसे dotted line बढ़ा सकता हूँ. तो ये dotted line कहीं ना कहीं तो touch करेगा. Now whatever line it is touching, that is only known as what? Lambda m naught. That is what? Limiting molar conductivity. Means from this distance to this whole distance is what? Lambda m naught. That is our what? Intercept. Now which you need to know one thing. Suppose I am plotting the graph. Suppose I am taking this point and I written how much liter? 2 liter. And suppose dot I written like this. So before writing to let make you understand, here it has been mentioned concentration. So you just, my simple question is that when you are coming from the right to left, concentration क्या हो रहा है? घट रहा है. क्या हो रहा है? Concentration घट रहा है. If concentration will decrease, so just now above I told, what will happen to dilution? What will happen to dilution? Dilution will increase. So you can check it what is happening. When I'm coming from the right to left, what I have written? Increase in dilution means when you add the water, dilution is going to increase. So when dilution is increasing, so you can just check it. What is happening to the graph? Suppose for marking I'm writing here 2 liter. So here what I have written? 2 liter. Initially कितना था? 2 liter. Now it is what? 4 liter. So just check it ना. That only you need to know. At 2 liter conductivity कितना है? How much conductivity is there? Some point we don't know. And at 4 liter what? conductivity has been increased. So logic is what? As you are going to increase the water, conductivity is going to increase. So suppose for your understanding I'm writing here 9 and I written here 15. So you can check it at 4 liter 15 and at 2 liter 9. So conductivity has been increased. तो जब आप water add करोगे solution में तो conductivity क्या होगी? Increase, right? So सबसे main important is this graph which we have drawn for what? Which electrolyte? A strong electrolyte. A strong electrolyte. A strong electrolyte example is what? Potassium chloride. Now I told initially extrapolation is possible. If I want to calculate lambda naught, so I just put dotted line. This process is only known as क्या? Extrapolation. What? Extrapolation of curve is possible. So extrapolation कहाँ possible है? Strong electrolyte के case में या weak? Yeah, strong electrolyte. So that is the only first thing which you need to know. Now the moment you understood this, see generally student used to confuse this point only. Concentration or dilution नहीं समझ में आता है. So that is the one thing you understood. Now after this let's check for weak electrolyte. Let's already I have written the all marking. So let's check for weak electrolyte. It has been seen. The graph will, as we are increasing the dilution, the graph will increase. There is no problem. Conductivity is increasing, but it will be increased like this, right? Now the same logic. If you are increasing the water, right to left when you are going, you are increasing the concentration, water concentration means you are adding more water. So let's check the again marking. Suppose I just mark like this. How much liter? 2 liter. So at 2 liter, what is the value I'm getting? You can check it from this value, right? And suppose this marking I'm doing for how much liter? 4 liter. So this is what 4 liter. So at 2 liter, suppose I written 5, and at 4 liter it is what? Again 10. So again, what is the main thing? One thing which you need to understand. 2 liter पे कितना है? 5 है. ये तो at random लिखा है मैंने. 4 liter पे कितना है? 10 liter. So again you came to know when you are adding the water, conductivity is going to increase. But if I will tell you, can you extrapolate the graph? So if you do the extrapolation, what you are going to get? Your graph will go just like top. It is not going to cut any time on the y-axis. So that's only one thing which you need to know. कि extrapolation of curve is not possible. Extrapolation of curve is not possible. Extrapolation of curve is not possible. Now question is, this is for which electrolyte? This is definitely for which electrolyte? Weak electrolyte. So one weak electrolyte is the acetic acid. So this is the basic difference between weak electrolyte and strong electrolyte. Weak electrolyte के case में extrapolation possible नहीं है, not possible, and in the case of strong it is possible. Now that only I have written in one line, that is a summary point. You can check it fast. Extrapolation of strong electrolyte is possible. जिससे हमें क्या मिला? Limiting molar conductivity. Extrapolation of weak electrolyte is not possible, right? So that is not possible. So we can write lambda m naught for weak electrolyte is what? Not possible. Okay. So not possible means from graph we cannot get. From graph lambda m naught we cannot. From graph lambda m naught not possible. तो graph से नहीं possible है, but scholastic law से possible है, which I have told you in previous videos. So that was this. Let's after knowing all the theory, let's see this question. Now we can mark the answer very properly. First question means first option. Lambda m naught for electrolyte A is obtained. So first you should mark A क्या है? Strong electrolyte. B A क्या है हमारा? Weak. तो B हमारा क्या है? B is strong. B is for strong electrolyte. A is for weak electrolyte. Just take the option. Lambda m naught for electrolyte A is obtained by extrapolation. A क्या है? Weak. Weak के लिए कहाँ extrapolate कर पाएंगे? नहीं हो पा रहा है. टच नहीं कर रहा है. It has to touch what? Y-axis. टच नहीं कर पा रहा है, तो ये तो wrong है. B for electrolyte B, lambda m versus root C graph is a straight line, okay? And they are telling with intercept equal to lambda m naught. For electrolyte B means that they are talking about which? Strong. So check करो strong electrolyte के लिए intercept कितना है? Lambda m naught. So let's check it. Strong electrolyte, check. Strong electrolyte, what we have written here? We can seriously check what is the intercept value? Lambda m naught. And slope क्या है? -b. So it's a negative slope means what? Then also it is a straight line. We can check it. This is a straight line, right? And intercept is how much? Lambda m naught. So okay. So we came to the conclusion कि this B part is right. See, at infinite dilution. Infinite dilution means what? जब तुमने infinite amount of water add करते हो, जब तुम बहुत ज़्यादा water add कर रहे हो, किस electrolyte के लिए पूछा? Electrolyte B क्या है? Electrolyte B is what? Strong electrolyte, right? As they are talking about strong electrolyte, they are telling कि when you are adding a large amount of water, value of degree of dissociation approach 0. Dissociation 0 कैसे होगा? जब तुम पानी add कर रहे हो, when you are going to increase a large amount of water, तो जो ions होंगे वो और ionize होंगे, तो alpha की value तो क्या हो जानी चाहिए? Alpha value will become 1. और वो क्या बोल रहा है कि approach is 0. So definitely this C statement is definitely wrong. So till now we have got how many wrong? A is wrong, C is wrong. Come to D. Lambda m naught for any electrolyte A or B means either strong or weak can be calculated using lambda m naught for individual line. This is right. Now you will be thinking why right? Because see, from graph we cannot calculate for weak electrolyte, but scholastic law की मदद से we can calculate lambda m naught for weak also, strong also. So D is what? Right. And D is right with reference to what? Due to this law, it is right. So examiner was asking the number of incorrect statement. So how many are incorrect? 2 are incorrect statement. So this was all about this question. So your answer is A is wrong and C is wrong. Answer is 2. So thank you so much. Thank you so much all of you.